right, so here's the otherworldly mixed martial arts talent, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and there's so much made about his value as a corner man. Tonight, though, he is competing, and Hezbollah's in his corner.
Yeah, Coach Khabib is as undefeated as fighter Khabib, but we love getting the opportunity to see Nurmagomedov compete again. This guy is the definition of pressure. He is trying to take you down, and he does not hide his intentions. He wants to get in your face, he wants to take you down, and he wants to drown you. This guy's a savage, he's a beast. Every word that describes that is Khabib Nurmagomedov with Hezbollah in his corner.
And if Hezbollah didn't have any value, probably wouldn't be in the corner of Khabib Nurmagomedov. We'll see how it goes for the former lightweight champ tonight. Khabib Nurmagomedov enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, so Israel Adesanya obviously was mashing through the middleweight division until his rival Alex Pereira showed up. But as he gets back on the proving ground here tonight, DC, most people believe on any given Saturday night, this is still the best middleweight in the world.
Well, he's proven it time and time again. He has been the man for so long, it would seem hard for him not to operate in that space. But because he believes in himself, because he recognizes who he is, he takes wins and losses as good as anyone I've ever seen. But when it comes down to the X's and the O's, the guy in his fight ability, Israel Adesanya is as good as they come. A phenomenal kickboxer in much improved wrestling that allows for him to stay upright and make guys fight him where he needs them to.
Really seems as though he is getting closer to that mixed martial arts prime, to your point, in terms of putting all the skills together. Israel Adesanya, the last style bender, back in the octagon here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, Herb Dean, our referee for this one, just about to get underway. All right, always interesting to see the early portions of an Israel Adesanya fight. You know how electric a striker this is. You know how proud New Zealand is to have him as a Kiwi in the UFC. But a lot of fighters are going to try to take him down and punish him on the ground. Not a lot of fighters are going to have success with that. Let's see how the opposition chooses to attack Adesanya here tonight. Adesanya lands. All right, so there it is, just as he said in our fighter meeting. He's going to pursue the clinch at all costs. Nice judo toss for him there. Effective jab there by Nurmagomedov. Israel Adesanya, I don't even know what that was, but it certainly looked pretty, DC. This man brings so many different things to the table as a striker, and I would think would be a very difficult guy for his fellow middleweight contenders to prepare for.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Constantly a moving target. Oh! Oh, this could be over soon. Nurmagomedov's trying to get the triangle here. Let's see if he can close the show. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
Armbar.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow. That is great submission defense.
Wrist control, wrist control. There you go. Get those fists.
Adesanya gets back up. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked.
When both are prepared, these are the types of fights that we expect.
Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
Oh, huge ground strikes. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Nurmagomedov's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there.
Oh, good defense, yes.
Side control now. Nurmagomedov getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. 15 seconds remain in the round. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Second round, straight ahead.
Hey, stop.
All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, so there's the horn. Let us now look back at some of the action in that round, DC, and he had his takedown game going early and often.
Yeah, he had it going great. I mean, he did a great job of finding his entries, rushing to his finishes before his opponent could react and defend him. He should be very proud of the work he did over the course of that last round.
All right, with that, we now present round two. Israel Adesanya and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Nice shot there by the champ. Beautiful body kick.
Well, that's a nice strike there by Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Khabib Nurmagomedov is not only a wrestler, he's a full-on mixed martial artist now, and it showed in that exchange. The fighters separate.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh, he scored with that uppercut. Nurmagomedov's torso, specifically that right side, has absorbed a lot of damage tonight. And here comes the purple, the black, and blue. A definite bruise starting to form on that right side. He's having his way with him here. Well, he's got his back now. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions. Getting them out here.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions. All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys. Beautiful transition.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Nurmagomedov. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Oh, good shot landed there from the bottom.
This is where he wants to be.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space. He passes to half.
Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now. Ooh, strong grip on the arm.
Look at him with all that pressure starting to get tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with the submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
2 rounds in the books.
Okay, it's time for that second win now. I'm ready for that second win. Let's turn it up now, okay? You gotta wake up out there. You gotta stay focused, stay alert, okay? You turn me to it.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. 2 men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 3rd round of this championship fight. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib. A huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh! Adesanya's kick is blocked.
Good takedown defense by Israel.
Adesanya gets back up. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the game plan.
Takedown defense is there.
Big knee lands right through the opponent's midsection.
And again, keeping that knee on the midsection. Ooh, nice stick by Adesanya. Shot to the body here, blocked by Nurmagomedov.
Take it for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's gonna try to find ways to pass and move to a submission. And there you go, again, half guard.
So we have crossed the midpoint in this one.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. The ground strikes starting to pile up. Oh, crucifix from the top position, DC. If you're on the bottom, what are you trying to do to get out?
On the bottom, you've got to start bridging. You've got to drive your feet and your heels into the mat. Start bridging and turning side to side, hoping that one of the arms slips through the cracks so that you can try to get back to a position where you can defend yourself.
Trying to set up a choke here. Oh, got to protect your neck. Guillotine choke is locked in.
This is a terrible position.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Nurmagomedov. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, so back to the stools we go. They say defense wins championships, and he has not defended well tonight.
He isn't trying, or at least it doesn't seem like he's trying. He has got to move his head. He's trying to react when the punch is already coming, and that's not working. If he takes many more of these shots, this fight is going to be stopped due to the swelling.
You ready? You ready?
Fourth round. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, fourth round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of the fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be harder. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion.
All right, big storyline starting to develop here. That cut really starting to gap wide open as this fight continues.
And you can watch it, you see him. You can see it becoming his focus as he's popping up on that cut. And it's starting to open up more and more as the fight goes long.
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Israel Adesanya gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention.
I give one, I take one. You give one, you take one. That's how this fight is being played out.
Working off the jab, it's good. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
Jeez, you can hear that.
Oh, that uppercut landed for him. Oh!
You need to fight now.
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish the technique.
Oh, that's got to be it. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Israel Adesanya is in half guard. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. We'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. 30 seconds in the round. Relentless pressure from the top by Nurmagomedov.
He passes to half guard.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4.
That last round. He's winning the slugfest. That's the type of fight he wants. And let him think this last round is how it's going to go. Lure him into a slugfest.
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. A swing and a miss by Adesanya. Back and forth we go. Nurmagomedov gets hit with a kick. Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Nice punch there by Adesanya. Well, body language is a great indicator, and that is one confident man right there after a big knockdown in the previous round.
He did everything right to secure that knock.
That was it!
Holy smokes!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 34 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, so the clean knockout for Israel Adesanya tonight. The last style bender, not forcing the issue as usual, but it is a pretty thing when he puts somebody away.
Well, if you press Israel Adesanya, he will put you to sleep. Once again, he proves why he's one of the best fighters.